Hey all, Bree from the No Guilt Mom podcast, and I have got a gift for you this holiday season. If you love the No Guilt Mom podcast, and I mean love the No Guilt Mom podcast, then tell us about it. Leave us a review, and you can be entered to win a No Guilt Mom gift card. All you have to do is leave a review, take a screenshot, and then simply go to noguiltmom.com/review to enter our giveaway for a free No Guilt Mom gift card, simply for telling us what you think about the podcast. It is amazing. But don't delay. Get right on this, as we're going to be giving away that No Guilt Mom gift card on December 21st. So get right on over and visit noguiltmom.com/review.
Welcome to the No Guilt Mom podcast. I am your host, Joanne Crone, joined here by my illustrious co-host, Bree Tucker.
Why, hello, everybody. How are you? Illustrious.
Illustrious.
Ooh.
Isn't that a great adjective?
We are getting fancy this morning.
You could have your word of the day every Tuesday on the No Guilt Mom podcast with what I call Bree.
I know, right? Like figuring out really amazing adjectives that make people feel good.
Yes.
Spreading the good feelings.
Spreading the good feelings, which is really important because we're in the holiday season now.
Oh, I know, right? And this is like crazy time.
It is crazy. It makes me crazy, honestly. Like the holidays bring up so much stress for me because my birthday is next week, which I love it, but I also feel like slightly guilty celebrating it because there's so much other stuff going on in the holidays. And like trying to get people over for a party is horrendous in December.
I know. And you have it double. So like, first of all, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
But second of all, your daughter's birthday is in December too.
Yeah, she's 10 days after mine.
And she has a big one this year. She's turning 13.
She's turning 13. I'm turning 40.
Yes, you both have a big one.
It's
yes.
a big one.
Well, I wasn't going to announce your age.
I am so proud of my age. I'm so proud of my age. I think I've always, from a very young age, taken myself extremely seriously. And I don't like that other people didn't take me seriously because I was so young. And now that I'm getting older, they're like, oh, she's older. I have to listen to her.
I love it.
It's just how it is. So I'm proud I'm getting older. I have nothing with my age. I think I look back and I've accomplished most of the things I wanted to accomplish by this time of my life. And now I'm just looking forward to more.
That's amazing. I love it. I love it. So, but you're right though. Like coming back to this, like December is a crazy month.
It's crazy month.
Like any holidays that you celebrate, and right now we're airing this actually right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So you have
American Thanksgiving.
Yes, American Thanksgiving. So you have like all of this stuff going on. Like if you're typical American, I'm going to say you probably have Thanksgiving, which is going to bring on family.
Yes.
Family stressors right there, cooking stressors.
Yeah.
Then if you're one of those people that enjoys the holiday shopping deals, you have Black Friday coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You have Cyber Monday. So you have all the stress of trying to make sure that you're at the right place, getting the right thing at the right time, either being online or in person.
That's a lot of stress. I think I shut down when it's gift shopping stress because you know how I feel about stuff.
I do.
I'm like, nope, I'm not going to participate.
I know. You do a much better job than I do on this whole minimalist thing.
I don't know if it's a better job. I don't know if better is the right word. I think it's just ignoring my issues.
You're right. Well, no, I wouldn't say ignore it. But anyways, I mean, it's a lot of stress. And then like you just said, then comes December.
Yes.
All of the parties, all of the things to do, like, wanting to cram everything in to that little bit of a window.
It was almost like when we had COVID last year and we didn't have to do all this stuff. It was
a breather.
A breather.
It was a bit.
Which it makes you wonder, like, are we doing too much?
You know what's funny when you say that? I feel like this year I have some stuff I have to make up for because I didn't get to do it last year. Like
so
my annual party.
So you feel even more stressed than usual.
I'm a little more stressed than normal this year. That is correct.
I think that's happening a lot, like especially to moms in our balance group when we did our training on having a stress-free holiday season. This issue came up of getting ready for the holidays, and one shared with us about all of the gift lists.
I know, right? And she was talking about how that was causing such a stressor, which we both understand the stress of gift lists. But hers went even deeper, that we found a lot of people when she shared, they started nodding in agreement that they have the same problem.
Yeah. So when you're listening right now, do you get stressed out when you think of all the gift lists that you're going to be responsible for this holiday season? And we're talking about like Like when extended family and relatives is like, what do your kids want for the holidays?
Oh, I hate that. I have gotten 3 text messages and 2 emails.
Oh my gosh.
Mom and Dad, I am calling you out on this one.
I get them from my parents as well. And the stories I hear too, I know this is really, really common, but when you have an extended family member who's just like, oh, just buy the gift for me and put my name on it.
Oh
like,
my, I hate that. I hate that.
I'm like, what? No, like getting things and dealing with stuff is my worst nightmare in the entire world. I cannot take on someone else's as well.
But also, I would be kind of upset later if I found out that my grandmother never gave me anything.
Yeah.
That it was always my parents that bought it. I gotta admit, I'm a sentimental person. That would kind of ding me a little bit. Ouch.
We always gave my dad a hard time because my mom would wrap all of the presents and do everything herself and then sign it from mom and dad. And we're like, Dad, really? Did you buy? Like, it went so far. It went so far that my mom would buy a Christmas present for herself, wrap it for herself, and sign it from my dad.
And he would still be just as surprised on Christmas morning.
Yeah, he'd be like, wow, I didn't know I bought you that. I'm like, and my sister and I called him out on it. And Dad, if you hear this, you better not still be doing that. But no, I love you so much. Get Mom a Christmas present.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But if you answered yes to like any of these, or if you're like, yeah, that happens, we have some tips in this episode to free you from that guilt and the responsibility and to do it in a way that makes you feel good. So let's do this. Bree, we've been using this for a while, this organizing app designed just for families, Cozy.
Yeah, I was going to say Cozy, my favorite app in the entire world that is phenomenal. And on top of that, in our family, like every time we have anything going on, Miguel will now be like, let me add it to our Cozy app. And then like within a minute or two, I get my ding and I'm like, there it is. I love it.
It was even named a must-have app for a better life by the Today Show.
I'm not surprised at all.
And it helps you like organize everything. It helps us over here. My daughter's insane dance schedules where there's like just her dance classes and then she has extra dance rehearsals on top of her dance practice and then she has dance performance competitions on top of that. Like it is such a headache. And then student council on top of that. And then like
cheer.
Spanish club and cheer. Oh, she gave up cheer. So that's one thing. But and then like all the clubs, like it is a full-time job just keeping her schedule. And so what Cozy allows us is every single member of the family can use the app and they can add their own like appointments and things that they need to be picked up for right there and be responsible for it. And that's what I love about it.
And you know, one of my favorite things that goes above and beyond with Cozy on that, like, because you could use any calendar to add those things in there, but Cozy will even send you an agenda. So every Sunday night, I get an agenda of all the things that's happening that week with my family, and it tells me exactly who has to be where and when. I love it.
And it's really cool because you can even pull in events from your family's like personal work and school calendar. So you don't have to like use Cozy as like the separate thing. It'll pull things from everywhere for you.
I know, right? No writing things 2, 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So it is completely free. Just download Cozy Family Organizer from the App Store. That's COZI to get the free app today. Hey, we start a big week next week at No Guilt Mom. It is my birthday week.
I know. It's going to be like, so somebody's having a birthday and we are going to celebrate.
And to celebrate, we are offering really, really big deals on our products, like stuff that we have never marked this low before. They're each available only a day though, but it's like huge, Brie.
So how is everybody going to be able to find out how to get these amazing birthday presents from you to them?
So you need to be getting the No Guilt Mom newsletter. And to get that, sign up. We have a link in the show notes. And you're also going to get our Happy Parent checklist as well. But that is how we will let you know all of the great things going on next week for my birthday. And now, on with the show.
You want mom life to be easier. That's our goal too. Our mission is to raise more self-sufficient and independent kids, and we're going to have fun doing it. We're going to help you delegate and step back. Each episode will tackle strategies for positive discipline, making our kids more responsible and making our lives better in the process. Welcome to the No Guilt Mom podcast.
So this gift situation and managing gifts is like one of the biggest stressors, I think, for parents during the holiday season.
Oh, yeah. And no matter how old your kids are, I would say it's especially stressful when your kids are very little and they're still learning to write, or they really don't know how to do the gift list thing. And first of all, let me just kind of throw into this. Like, we're not promoting everybody's kids being materialistic.
No.
We are just facing the honest truth that chances are this time of the year you celebrate some sort of a holiday in your family that's going to involve gift giving.
I think that's a really important point to make, because honestly, I get cringy when my kids are like, time to make my gift list and everything I want. And I'm like, wait a minute, we need to give to others this season, and I need to get them into some volunteer opportunities, and we could do like Operation Christmas Child and like all these things, because I think that's a huge fear. That's a huge fear for me as a parent.
I think it's a huge fear for a lot of us, but we have to face the fact that for many, many, many families, there is going to be some degree of gift giving. And 90% of the time, in my opinion, and this fact I'm just pulling out of my own head, it's not legit, but I think it might be legit. My gut tells me it's legit. Then 90% of us moms are the ones that are responsible for all of this gift giving for all of our family members.
How do we get stuck with that? Like how does
I
that
think it was
happen?
passed down. It's been passed down from generation to generation, and it's a gift that I don't want anymore.
I want to talk to the
throwing it
manager.
back.
My son is playing a game right now on his computer where he's a thief and the cops are after him. So I'm so excited about this new app, Give As We Grow, where instead of being the quote unquote bad guys, kids are practicing giving back.
That is so cool, Joanne. I really wish that there was something like this when my kids were younger that got them excited about giving back to others and helped them build a better understanding of what it really means to volunteer.
Give As We Grow is the first of its kind free educational mobile app for children ages 8 to 11 that teaches kids via fun, service-focused minigame quests to tap into their unique talents and interests to help others.
And did you know that studies show that there is a biological connection between generosity and happiness, and that volunteering improves people's physical and mental health? I mean, kids who volunteer typically do better in school and are less likely to engage in risky behaviors. And that is something that I think we all want for our kids.
Ready to spark a new movement in generosity? Find and download Give As We Grow for free in the App Store for Android and iOS. And for resources for the whole family, visit giveaswegrow.org.
Hey all, Bree here, and I wanted to share one of my favorite gifts to give during the holiday season, a Storyworth book. It is the most amazing gift ever. Storyworth is an online service that lets you create a special and unique gift of someone's story. I've given Storyworth books to both of my parents, and it has been their favorite gift, hands down. And did I mention it is so easy? Storyworth emailed my parents questions every week that I handpicked from their massive list of questions that they have. All my parents had to do was open their email and answer them. That easy. I asked my dad questions like, did you have any rules that you set for yourself as a parent, which you immediately broke? And he did. I even asked both of my parents, are you more like your mom or your dad? And they shared a lot of really amazing qualities that I didn't know about my grandparents at the time. Then at the end of the year, Storyworth compiles all of their answers, puts them into this gorgeous book that covers everything. My parents love showing us their books, and I personally love getting a chance to read them. With Storyworth, I am giving those I love a thoughtful and personal gift from the heart that preserves their memories and stories for years to come. Go to storyworth.com/NGM and save $10 on your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/NGM to save $10 on your first purchase.
About that. Like, could I put on my Karen hat? I would like to talk to the manager about us being responsible for all the gifts.
Well, wait a second. This is the cool part. We have been telling everybody we are our own managers.
Yes, we are.
Yes, so we actually have a solution for this for you people.
So we have some tips to make gift, like organizing the whole process much easier this year, even if you've already started with massive gift lists and everything. And number one, what's number one, Brie?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, dude, have your kids make their own gift list.
Yes. Yes. Like don't like the thing that stresses me out is when I have to hunt down what my kids want for family members, for extended family. They're like, what do your kids want? I'm like, I have no idea what my kids want. So it helps to have them make a gift list and write down everything they want beforehand. It also, I think, has an added benefit because it's not like they can be adding onto their gift list all the time and like telling you, oh no, tell grandma that I want this one instead, or tell like, no, that won't happen. It's just the gift list is it.
Yes, yes. And so some of you out there, I know you're going, wait a second, my kids are really young and they don't know how to write. They can't make their own gift list. Nay, nay, I say, nay, nay. If they are really little, you can still have them make their own gift list. Like they could draw pictures of what they want. Mm-hmm. When my kids were really little, we would still get like the newspaper and those catalogs would come out around the holidays. Mm-hmm. And we would just let them practice their fine motor skills of cutting with a pair of child safety scissors. And then they got to work on glue sticking them onto a sheet of paper. And like that was their list. And I would take a picture of it and I would email it or text it out to the rest of the family because as much as I loved my 5 and 4-year-old, they weren't able to handle that level of technology themselves.
I think that's a great activity for kids. And like to add on to that, also like if your kids want to verbally tell you and you're writing down the list right beside them, if they're pre-scissors and pre-glue age, like you can still have talks with younger kids.
Ooh, videotape them.
Videotape them. That'd be cool. Yeah.
I'm all about figuring out a way where I don't have to do any writing.
That
you know this about Brie. If there is a way to save me time, I am on it, man. I am on it. Time is a big commodity for me.
Time is a big commodity for me too. Yeah. One of my my friends. There's a day, December 6th. It's called St. Nicholas Tag. Have you heard of this? Mm-mm. So in Germany, it's like St. Nicholas Tag because Tag is day in German. It is when kids put shoes outside their doors.
Oh, you've told me about this.
And they're either greeted in the morning to like a little surprise or toy or coal. It's by the Kronken. I forget the name of the like creature, but it's a great way to get kids gift lists because they leave them in their shoes, the gift list in their shoes for quote unquote St. Nicholas, otherwise known as Santa, to get their gift list and get like a little toy in return. So if you need a way to get your kids gift list and have a deadline on that gift list, you could use St. Nicholas Tag to do that.
I love that.
December 6th. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so like another thing too is that when they get older, they can be doing our next one. Our next little tip.
Yes.
So if you've got a kid that is old enough to use tech, this is really a good hack.
And I think kids younger and younger are getting to use tech. Like we did this last year with my 7-year-old.
Okay.
It's teach your kids how to make an Amazon gift list.
Yes. And that doesn't mean that it has to be from Amazon.
No.
But it does help because you can find almost anything on Amazon.
Yes.
And for those family members that are maybe like me, they're very visual. Like you can tell me I want a I don't know. You can tell me that you want a red hoodie sweatshirt. Fine, whatever. But if I can actually see it, I get a little bit better of an idea of what exactly it is you're looking for. So that's why like the Amazon list is so great because grandma, grandpa, anyone else like that's visual like me, you can actually see the picture too and be like, oh, that's what they want.
And they could click and buy it right there. And they could even get a gift wrap by Amazon and sent directly to the house. So if you have relatives who are asking you to gift wrap things, you don't have to anymore because they get sent in an Amazon gift wrap bag and it is the perfect solution for them.
And you know what we found was really important about this last year when my daughter was using it for her birthday list. It's important that your kids know what sizes they are.
Yes.
Because somebody might have added some stuff to their list and listed adult sizes when they still weren't an adult.
Oh, no.
So they may have gotten some adult size things. And I'm like, okay. So when they came in, of course, I was able to walk my daughter because she was a tween and more than capable of doing this. I walked her through the return process.
Which is a great thing to learn how to do on their own.
Yes. So she was learning how to return something. Like she was all upset. I'm like, it's not the end of the world. There's this thing called returns that you can be a part of. So she did that. And then I also said to her, like, so what is something really awesome we learned about this? And she's like, I don't know. Just tell me. I don't like it when you're trying to make me guess my life skills.
Guess your life.
And I'm like, all right. So what we learned was it's important to know your sizes.
Yes.
And now I can tell you that girl, anytime she adds anything to a gift list for somebody, she makes sure it's the right size.
Well, it's like mistakes are the best teacher. And when we let our kids like make those mistakes, they're more likely to remember them.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, it's important that they know what their sizes are. And if you're doing it with them, just make sure, again, you have those right sizes because that'll happen.
Yes,
A little
definitely.
tricky.
I suggest only picking one place to have a gift list. There is no need for you to have multiple gift lists at multiple locations.
Yeah, it's not a registry here,
It's
people.
not it's okay. I think we add more stress on ourselves because we so want our kids to be able to get the things they want, like to be able to give them those things they want.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, like keeping gift lists for multiple places, keeping spreadsheets of keeping track of like which relatives are going to buy which thing, it is just added stress because we have another solution instead of doing a gift list at another place. Bree, what's the third thing?
Mom, I'm talking to you on this one. Are you listening, Mom? Because I know you listen to the podcast. Gift cards are totally acceptable.
Your mom doesn't.
She
believe in
doesn't.
gift cards?
She doesn't believe that gift cards should count as a gift because people need to unwrap things.
Oh.
And my point is sometimes gift cards are great.
Do you know what my family does? Because my mom also thinks people need to unwrap things. She gets one of those clothing boxes and she tapes the gift card to the bottom of the clothing box and then wraps the box. So you unwrap it, you're like, gift card!
I think that is completely acceptable.
Yes, totally.
My mom doesn't, but I agree it is.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say, like, we need to set that boundary that these are okay. It's okay. And you know what? I can tell you the truth. The older your kids get, the more likely they're going to want gift cards.
Yes, because they want to have that freedom of buying stuff for themselves.
And again, it's a life skill. It
Yep.
really is letting them go out and figure out how to do these things on their own.
Yep. So say they really want like a Lego set that's not on Amazon, they could request a Lego gift card. And they don't need to request that from you. If they talk to a family member, they're like, hey, I really want a Lego gift card. And multiple family members can buy them gift cards to the same place. And then they could buy something a little bigger and pool all their money instead of having a lot of separate things.
You know what's also awesome about gift cards right now? There is that whole talk about how we're going to have all these shipping delays happening and they're already starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, gift cards don't get delayed.
Yeah, that is true.
So a gift card gets there on time. Doesn't matter if that Lego set that they're trying to buy takes 3 months to get there. You know what? What is it like? Time makes the heart grow fonder. Yeah. They will be fine waiting to get it once they get it. But they got the gift card. That's all that matters.
The anticipation.
The anticipation.
Bring
that's
that
amazing.
Rocky Horror Picture Show in.
Oh,
It's from
yes. Okay, that's where you're going with that one. I like that. Ooh.
So 4, duplicate gifts happen and life goes on.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have an amazing story about this. Gonna go back into the Brie vault for this one.
The Brie vault. I like going back there.
Okay, I think this was like my 5th birthday. And I distinctly remember this. So I had this birthday party and, great 80s birthday party at my house, whatever. And I had gotten this, glamour gals were a thing back then. I don't know if you ever had them, but they were like little tiny Barbies. Okay. Anyway, so I had glamour gals. I was really into them. And a lot of my friends knew that. So like one time I opened a gift and it was a glamour gal like holder set. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. 2 people later, open a gift, same glamour gal holder set. And I'm like, oh, I got one already, but thanks. 3rd time.
Oh man.
I got a 3rd one. That one I actually handed back to the kid and said, here, I already have one.
Oh,
my mom lost her mind. Oh my gosh. Like she has this thing when she gets upset. We always like joke about how like her lips disappear and her eyes get real big. And like she stared at me and her lips went away. And I was like, oh crap, what did I do? And then she comes over and she's like, 1 second, guys. And she pulls me aside and she's like, you don't do that. You tell them, thank you. You got a gift. It doesn't matter if you already have 1, 2, or 3 of them. You graciously tell people thank you, and then we'll figure it out later. Maybe you get to have 3. Maybe I'm nice enough to take you to the store and exchange it. Who knows? But you never, ever make somebody feel bad about a gift that they gave you. And
we're hitting that time of year where my brain gets so overloaded in December that I look for anything to make life easier. And I have to say, Brie, that Green Chef is one of those services.
yes, Green Chef is there to take away the dreaded, oh my goodness, what are we going to eat for dinner tonight? You can eat clean all holiday long with over 80 weekly meal options each week, featuring things like quick and easy, protein-packed, calorie-smart, or my personal favorite, the keto options.
And you don't have to lose track of healthy eating habits during the holidays because because every Green Chef customer gets a free session with one of their registered dietitians who can walk you through how to make clean eating work for you, which is very cool.
And I have to say that I have been loving their recipes lately. They put things together I have never thought of. This week we're trying the lemon basil caper pork with sauteed cauliflower, bell peppers, almonds, and feta cheese, my favorite. Their recipes make it so easy to support my wellness goals without skipping on flavor.
For Green Chef's best deal of the year, get $250 off with code NGM250 at greenchef.com/NGM250. That's greenchef.com/NGM250. And don't forget to use that code NGM250 to get $250 off.
Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. It is so hard to raise kids who know how to manage money. Bree, right now, my kids are all about earning money for presents. My daughter wants to get presents for all of her friends, and my son is doing a Secret Santa with his friends.
Oh, I hear you. And if you're looking to raise kids that are financially responsible, we have got a lifesaver recommendation for you that you need to check out. It is Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app made for families that gives kids and teens an easy and fun way to gain financial literacy, all while giving parents peace of mind.
You can send instant money transfers, automate allowance, and even keep an eye on kids' spending with real-time notifications. Meanwhile, your kids can begin their journey towards financial autonomy by learning how to save, invest, and spend wisely.
So sign up for Greenlight today and get your first month free when you go to greenlight.com/NGM.
That's greenlight.com/NGM to try Greenlight for free. Greenlight.com/NGM.
At 5, I got that. Went back over, told my friend I was so sorry. And, whatever, party went on. We were 5. Nobody's feelings were hurt at the kids.
Yeah.
But it was an important lesson that I learned. And going forward, I can tell you, I've always been, thank you so much. I don't care if I have 15 of something. I'm still going to be like, thank you so much. That is about having gratitude, being gracious, and having good manners. And it's a life skill that your kids need to learn.
It is.
And they won't learn if they never get duplicates.
That's true. So duplicates can happen.
Sorry, long story.
Well,
but.
no, but now in this day of there is a way for it not to happen too, is gift receipts people can include with gifts. So
yeah,
it's nice because that was not a situation in the 80s. I know
right?
Disappointments happen too with gifts. It's okay if they don't get what they want. I remember one birthday, my son got this Paw Patrol gift set. He used to be bonkers over Paw Patrol.
I remember.
He loved it so much. He was like, what is that? Ryder needs us. He would just say that phrase over and over again. And then suddenly when he got into 2nd grade, it just went away. Paw Patrol down, Roblox, Beyblades, he was into those things. Well, one of our family members bought him a Paw Patrol gift set for his birthday, not knowing that he had made that sudden shift because it was very sudden. He looked at it and he said, "Thank you." And you could see he was holding it together, and he went into the other room and the boy cried.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, buddy, but it's such an important lesson for kids to have." So they may cry, they may be disappointed, but at that point I came and I told him, I'm like, that is totally okay. It's okay. They didn't know you didn't like Paw Patrol anymore. And knowing the family members really well, I told them that I was like, yeah, he was a little disappointed because he's not around Paw Patrol. I knew that they would be okay receiving that. And they would actually prefer receiving that because they want to get something to him.
Right. And exactly. There's certain people you can do that with, for sure.
And I love those people because trying to maintain this whole aura of everything is perfect and everything is wonderful is exhausting. And so when you're able to be honest with somebody, especially about a gift, it's great. It's freeing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and when it comes to the whole duplicate gifts, again, there's so many lessons you can learn. We're talking about lessons about being gracious and having manners, but I mean, maybe another lesson you'll teach you do in your household is if you get duplicate gifts, the duplicate gift gets given to charity.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something like that. But the point is you have to go through that experience to problem solve it and to learn those life lessons, and you don't learn them if you don't have that experience.
Yep. Being gracious, but also being honest with people who are close to you and not feeling you need to hide your true self to prevent others' hurt feelings. This is a really touchy topic, but I think it needs to be said because a lot of times through the gift season, we are constantly trying to protect other people's feelings, protect our extended family members' feelings. That's why the multiple gift lists happen. That's why we have spreadsheets charting what everyone bought, because we're so trying to protect everybody else from this disappointment and unhappiness.
And what it does is causes stress and anxiety for you if you're trying to manage all of this. Like people, you don't have to do all these things. You don't.
In fact, with the whole gift lists, if that's something that you've done before and you want to change that, you can announce it to your family members. Be like, hey guys, I know that I usually do gift lists, but this year I'm not doing it. Yeah. I totally appreciate that you want to give my kids all of these wonderful things, and here's how you can do it. Amazon list link.
Yep. And for those, because I will say this too, like in our case, there was another Christmas too where my kids got the exact same gift from both of their grandmothers because, well, both of their grandmothers loved QVC and there was a great sale on something that my kids genuinely loved, and they both got them the exact same gift. So, all right. After that, what we learned was we gave a separate list per the grandmother's request. Once they found out that happened, we gave a separate list of items to one grandma and a separate list of items to another grandma. Again, we're telling you, you don't have to make these lists. Your kids can do this. Your spouse can do this. Whoever else you're helping maintain lists for, they can do it themselves. But that's just another little tidbit suggestion I'm going to throw out there. You can have separate lists for separate people, so that way there aren't too many of this whole duplicate thing.
We also had this conversation with my son when he was turning 6. We were like, maybe you should tell like different people different things. That like, don't tell everyone the same thing. And he got that right away at 6, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna tell Mimi and Opa I want this, and I'm gonna tell Nana Papa I want this, and I'm like,
yep. See, they get it.
So they get it. They can do it on their own.
But all of this leads us into our tip number 5.
Yes.
What is the most important thing for them to know?
You are not responsible for other adults and other adults' feelings.
Yes, exactly. So that's a big one, because again, I feel like a lot of times as the mom in the family, I'm the one that also has to then ask my partner, okay, what do you want for Christmas? I need to give a list to my parents.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to do that.
No.
Or make a list of what I think that person wants.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you know me. Just tell them what I want.
No, and it's so funny. I have family members coming to me and asking what my husband wants, and I'm like, he really doesn't want anything. He just wants you to come to and hang out with him. That's it. Some people don't want gifts, and that's okay.
And you know what? And maybe again, their answer is something like, I don't want anything. I literally don't want anything. Can you make a donation in my name? Fine. Yeah. That is totally fine. That goes back to the whole, like, you don't have to open a gift.
No,
sometimes.
You don't have to open a gift. Like me, like I mean, you know my thing with stuff.
Yep.
I get overwhelmed with all this stuff. And honestly, I appreciate gift cards and stuff because it's not stuff.
Or like, and you can use it for something else that's big that you want, that is a little big to ask for.
Or like experiences, or like
I love experiences.
Out to lunch, or like, I don't know, gift certificate to a spa that I could use, or something like that. Doesn't have to be the whole amount, but experiences are good as well. And it's cool to give kids experiences too.
So again, like, you are not responsible for other adults. This is their wake-up call, man.
This is it.
Life skills.
And they may not be happy. Like, honestly, like if we're talking about this, like when you set this boundary and you draw this line, they may not be happy. That's okay. Like, expect them not to be happy. Show your appreciation. Tell them that, hey, I am so appreciative that you are willing to do this for my kids. We're going to change things a little bit this year. It's for my own sanity.
Yes.
And keep it at that.
It's okay. You are allowed to say no.
Yes.
It's okay.
Please say no.
We're telling you it's okay.
Yes. Say no.
And if anybody gives you grief, you know what you tell them? Joanne and Bree told me to tell you no.
Yep. I have this podcast. Go listen to the No Guilt Mom podcast, please.
Send them the link to this podcast.
Yes.
Let them hear it too, so they can understand why you're doing it this year. We're happy to explain it for you.
We're happy to explain it. We will be in people's ears as much as you want us to be.
Yes, as much as they will tolerate.
Yes. So remember, the best mom is a happy mom. Take care of you, and we will talk to you later.
Thanks for stopping by.
Are you looking for something to listen to with your whole family? Then check out 6 Minutes, produced and created by Gen Z Media. With over 200 twisty, cliffhanger-filled episodes, 6 Minutes tells the story of 11-year-old Holiday who is pulled from the icy waters with no memory of who she is or where she came from.
3 years ago, Brinley Pasternak helped the Anders family uncover the truth about Holiday's past. Now she'll need them to help her find the truth about hers. In 6 Minutes Out of Time, the long-awaited sequel, Cyrus Anders is found unconscious near the mysterious Elixir Academy in Florida, and Brinley learns the school may have a shocking connection to her missing mother.
Dive in now and get the most downloaded family audio adventure in history. Follow 6 Minutes wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen early and ad-free with the GZM family subscription.